Ano, Ivelina Aloha, and welcome to Kumu Fats Views. I have completed my spring tour 2024 and I did the food reviews of restaurants that carry the Hawaiian theme, whether it's Aloha Hawaiian barbecue, Mahalo, anything dealing with Hawaiian and them attempting Hawaiian food. My idea was to go and review all of these different places and give you my honest thoughts and feedbacks on each location. If you want to go and watch all those videos, go right ahead. But this video will cover my final thoughts and every single restaurant I visited, which was 10 restaurants across 4 different states, starting in Arizona, Las Vegas, Colorado, Virginia, Colorado. Oh, 5 states. Utah. Let's start it again. Arizona, Nevada, Virginia, Colorado, and Utah. 5 states, 10 restaurants. So let's go ahead and take a look at each place. This view is much better. All right, so here we are. Going to the first one, which was Hawaiian Bros Island Grill in Glendale, Arizona. So their menu was a whole lot of chicken. They did a lot of chicken with different flavors, utilizing different Hawaiian names as its flavors. The ambience was really good. It was a nice, comfortable place, and they were the only restaurant that played Hawaiian music, like traditional Hawaiian music, not island reggae, island jams, traditional Hawaiian music. The customer service was okay. The musubi was okay. The puakalua needed flavoring. I had to add salt and pepper. It was not shredded properly, but they had that liquid smoke. They used liquid smoke to cook it, but not properly. The huli huli chicken was not really huli huli. It was like their own some kind of sauce. It wasn't huli huli at all. The mac salad, I did not finish it. I didn't really care for it. It was on the sweet side. The pricing was worth the price of the food that you get. They do put a lot in the plate for the price that they charge you. Their final score was 2.5 out of 5. And again, remember, this is based on my preferences and I'm comparing it to home cooking, like Hawaii home cooking. Okay. The next place was Aloha Specialties in Las Vegas, Nevada. People in my community section said that this place is where I should try. So I went and tried it. The menu options, they had a good variety. It wasn't too big and it wasn't too small. They had a great variety. The ambiance, they had great seating inside and outside. They didn't have Hawaiian music playing. They just had a random radio station playing. The customer service was okay. The musubi didn't have much flavor, so it wasn't a good musubi for me. The mahi that they served was tartar sauce. Gave it the flavor. The mahi by itself didn't have any taste. It was bland. The barbecue chicken was okay, not bad. The terry beef was a little bland, and it was just missing something, and I didn't finish the terry beef on that plate. And the mac salad was pretty good. It was better than the restaurant prior. The pricing was worth the price. So what you pay is what you get. As far as you seeing the words not hot, not hot, it wasn't hot. I expect fresh hot food when I go to a restaurant, especially if I'm sitting there and eating it as it comes out of the kitchen. It felt like they just microwaved it or they just had it in a warmer and it just wasn't hot enough. And that also takes away from taste and flavor. Next place, Hapa Food Co. in Mesa, Arizona. They had good variety, plus they had malasadas. The malasadas were actually, I'll talk about that. The ambience was really good. It was a small area. It didn't have much space to seat people, but we were lucky enough to get a seat there. They had local island jams playing in the background. The customer service was good. The counter lady was really nice. Um, and this was the first place I tried poke at because the first two didn't have poke. So this place had poke. Unfortunately, it was on the salty side. Um, it had it it was just too salty, and you could wipe off the salt and kind of dip it in shoyu to give it a little bit, um try to take that saltiness away, which it kind of did if I did it good. So the poke was a bit salty. Kalua pig was, they had a nice flavor. You could tell they used the liquid smoke. I didn't have to add any extra seasoning. The garlic shrimp had a nice flavor. I just wanted more garlic. Also the garlic chicken had a really good flavor, just not enough garlic for me. So when you serve garlic anything, you have to have that garlic flavor. Yeah, it's good to have that garlic to pop, but the whole idea for that garlic flavor is to have that garlic taste lingering in your on your taste buds. The mac salad up to this point was the best out of the previous um restaurants. Still a little bit on the sweet side. So all three places so far had sweetness in their salad. The malasadas was good for it being made there. It's just in the video I talked about having a little bit more of that fuller flavor. It was nice and moist. It was just too soft and not filling enough, but it was really good. Both the custard stuffed, ube stuffed, and the plain non-stuffed malasada. It was good. It had a great taste. It had a malasada taste. I just wanted more texture. And the pricing was good. This place got a 3.5 out of 5 simply because the poke was salty and I wanted a little bit more texture in that malasada. The next place, this was in Arizona. We stay in Arizona for the next restaurant, which was a food truck, the Pacific Rim and Sushi food truck. They had a good variety on their menu. Their ambience was a food truck, so it's an outside seating. There was no specific seating for the food truck, so we had this one in the car. The musubi, this was the first place we went where they had it already made. It was sitting in an insulated cooler. She just pulled it out of the cooler and handed it to me. So it's not freshly made. They don't make it as you order. The char siu chicken, to me, I think it wasn't marinated enough. There was a char siu flavor, just not char siu enough. The poke, it wasn't chilled. It came to me kind of warm, and the flavor wasn't flavoring. Like they were sort of known for their poke. I think they won a poke competition. It just wasn't flavoring enough for me. The puakalua or the kalua pig had a nice flavor. It was just like Hapa Food Co. They did a really good job of cooking the puakalua. It was shredded nicely. It was good. They had lao at this place. The downside is not enough lao, and I learned that it's not hard to get lao. It's just pricey. And I talk about lao, it's the leaf. I love the green leaf, the luau leaf. There was no fish. I learned that it was harder to get the butterfish that we put in the lao lao, and that was fine. I was fine with that. Yeah, because it had a really nice flavor with the beef and the lao. It had a great flavor. The mac salad, again, it wasn't chilled, and I understand. I think they had an ice shortage at the truck that day, and they didn't have time to go keep replenishing their ice or whatever it was. Still, you need to find a way to make it chilled and to keep that consistency, right? And it was missing something. The flavor was missing something. It was okay. It's just missing something. And the pricing is good for what you get. Their score was a 3.5 out of 5. Would have been more if I think everything was chilled properly and that char siu chicken had a little bit more marinade, like it sat in the marinade for much longer than it was. The next place we traveled to, Virginia. Mahalo Poke House, Norfolk, Virginia. I think this was a really big disappointment for me. The menu options was okay. The ambience was okay. The customer service could have been better. Like she had no character and she was like just like okay, what you want, and she even missed an order that I wanted. Musubi, the spam was hard. It was like they pre-cooked it and let it sit in the warmer. The poke was not really in chunks. It was like just cut. It wasn't cut in chunks. Poke is chunks, right? And because they wouldn't make it like a seaweed salad snack, it wasn't really just poke. It was heavy with the seaweed. The flavor was okay. They had a hibiscus pineapple drink. I didn't taste the flavors of hibiscus or pineapple. Maybe a little bit hint of hibiscus, but that's it. The Kalua pig, which I should just call shredded pork. Not shredded even. It was like just chopped pork. There was no Kalua flavor. It was bland. And they didn't use the liquid smoke. The pricing was not worth it. It was kind of pricey and the food was not worth the price. Score 1.5 for trying out of 5. And remember, after this restaurant, I went to Sam's Club and had a hot dog with a drink and a berry sundae. Staying in Virginia, I went to Oʻahu Hawaiian Barbecue at Antique I believe in this one. Virginia Beach, Virginia. They had a nice variety on their menu. The ambiance was okay. It's in a red. The walls are red. The customer service was okay. The lady was really nice at the counter. Their musubi was oddly cut. Like we nowadays have this spam cutter, but this musubi it was cut in an odd style and it wasn't like a skinny shape. However, it was really good. The taste was there. The crab rangoon was on the sweeter side, so you couldn't really taste the crab, but you could taste the crab. Not bad on the crab rangoon. The loco moco, not a homemade patty. I am a fan of homemade patties, and to me, I think it's better than buying the pre-made patties because the pre-made patties have no flavor. So the patty by itself was bland. The gravy was packaged gravy, but it was okay. The egg was not over easy, and I like a runny egg, and I requested over easy, and it didn't come at over easy. The mac salad was sweet, but not too sweet, and not that great either, but it was okay. I finished it all. And the pricing was okay. So they get 3 out of 5. And on the video, I gave them a 3.5, but I think not knowing how to make an over easy egg deserves those 0.5 to be taken away. Because I think the locomoco could have been done better. So they get a final score of 3 out of 5. Aloha Hawaiian Barbecue, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Again, this was one of those disappointing places that I ate in Virginia. Menu options, they had a nice variety with Thai choices. The ambience was okay, but a little dusty. They couldn't keep up with some cleanliness. The customer service was really good at the counter. The musubi, not worth the price at all because it was just an okay small pieces of musubi. The garlic shrimp, the good thing was it was deshelled. I didn't have to deshell it. The flavor was okay, but the sauce that they used was their Thai stir-fry sauce. The pork dish, I cannot call it kalua pig and cabbage. I cannot call it pulled pork. It was overcooked pork that they also use, I found out, and that's not the flavor I was tasting. They use their Thai stir-fry sauce to make that as well. That's a no-no. That wasn't good at all, and I didn't even finish it. The mac salad was sweet. There was pepper. The pepper kind of balanced the sweetness. So maybe if I added more pepper of my own, it would have been okay. But it was still a sweet mac salad. And the pricing is okay for what you get in the plate. They got a 1.5. And on this day, I went back to Oʻahu Hawaiian Barbecue to eat fries and gravy with 3 types of musubis. The 3 types of musubis was spam, barbecue chicken, chicken katsu. This is about the same price as their musubi, but I got 3 different ones, and it was nice and great size. So this was my last place in Virginia Beach because now we go to Colorado, ʻOhana Island Kitchen in Denver, Colorado. We drove about an hour and a half to get to here. The menu options, it was a small menu, but it was a good enough menu. Like they had great choices. The ambiance was really nice. The customer service was really good. Good. Except I had to kind of explain what I wanted, and they could have done it a couple of times, but it was good. The musubi sits on the counter in a warmer. That warmer probably wasn't warm enough because it caused the musubi to get mushy. Plus, whatever sauce, I believe it was kikoman, it kind of made it a little bit more smushy. So the flavoring wasn't great, and the rice was mushy. The poke is spicy, not bad. I wish the chunks was a little bigger. However, they did have it in chunks better than Mahalo Poke House. The shoyu poke again, they had good flavor. However, the more you ate, the more the flavor fish, that fish flavor, right? So yeah, the sauces took away from that the more I ate it. The salsa, I guess, it was to serve as their type of lomi salmon. It was a good salsa and it gave flavor to the Kalua pig. Because as we come to the Kalua pig again, it was a little bland by itself. I didn't add anything to it because the salsa, if I ate the salsa with the Kalua pig, it made the pork pop. So that was good. The Kalua slider was good because of the King's Hawaiian sweetbread and that salsa made that slider good. And the mac salad was not sweet, so that was a pleasant surprise for me. It wasn't a sweet mac salad. It was more of a heavier taste. Some people say bitter. It wasn't bitter to me. It's just a heavier taste. It wasn't sweet, so it was actually good because that's how it is in Hawaii. It's not a sweet mac salad. It's like that good flavor. And up to this point, right, we already did what? 7 other restaurants. This is restaurant number 8. This was the best mac salad of the previous 7. The pricing was okay. They get a 3 out of 5 for the final score. Staying in Colorado, we went to Aloha Hawaiian Barbecue and Ramen. The menu options was good. It's like an L&L menu. The ambiance was okay. The customer service was bad. It was the worst here. So let's talk about the food before I get to that. Musubi was made when ordered. So it wasn't sitting, it was made when you order it. The lokomoko is not homemade patties. Again, they use pre-made patties, so that was bland. Plus, they didn't give enough gravy. So it didn't give extra flavor. And the egg was good. So the egg gave that the yolkiness gave a good flavor to the limited amount of gravy and the homemade patty. The chicken katsu, their panko that they used was good. It had a good flavor. I could eat it without the sauce. That's how I can tell something is really good. I don't need to eat it with a sauce. I did try the sauce, and the sauce, the sauce was okay. I tried the fried shrimp. It was really soft. You know, sometimes when places we go, you order fried shrimp, it's hard because of the batter that they use. The batter that they used at this place was really good. It had a nice crunch. It had a nice flavor. And the shrimp inside was also nice and soft and had a great flavor to the shrimp. The barbecue chicken had a good flavor as well. The mac salad was not sweet, and it was better than ʻOhana. And it was the best out of all 10 restaurants that I visited on this tour. And the pricing was okay. They get a 1.5 out of 5 because, again, if you're going to have Aloha in your name, Aloha is the most important aspect to serve your customers with. And it was a bad experience. 1.5. And the last restaurant we went to was in Utah, Coconut Island Grill, Salt Lake City, Utah. They had a good variety on their menu. The ambiance was really good. The customer service was good. The musubi sits already made in a warmer behind the counter, and it wasn't a warmer like ʻOhana Island. It was like those chafing pan kind of types. We couldn't pinpoint the taste. It had a sweet taste to it, but it wasn't from a sauce. So not sure if they used hormel spam. They didn't use treat because I know what treat tastes like. But it was okay. Their kalua pig was nicely flavored, and it was probably the best kalua pig out of all 10 restaurants that we've tried. The poke had nice chunks. The spicy mayo, again, I recommend you get it on the side because it overpowers the fish flavor. And the rice was a little bit mushy. The mac salad was the worst out of every single restaurant that we went to because either the type of salad that they use, not salad, type of mayonnaise that they use wasn't mayo. It was something else. And it was the worst mac salad ever. The guava cake would have been probably better if it was fresh. And I understand if they probably let it sit in there from when they order it. The flavor was okay. So they get a 2.5 out of 5 because of the mac salad mostly was the verse, and the musubi that just sits there and couldn't really pinpoint that flavor. I wish restaurants would be really good at making the musubi as it is ordered, right? I think the musubi to order. Okay, so that's 10 restaurants in the 5 states that I visited over my spring tour. Right now, I'm home in Hawaii, and I'm gonna be posting starting tomorrow. Most likely is Kumufat's new food segment coming soon. That is Hawaii grinds. So I want to visit places that I don't normally eat at, that I've never tried at before in Hawaii, and it's not going to be catered to Hawaiian food, but just Hawaiian grind. So it could be poke, Chinese food, Japanese food, whatever, local food, American food, Western food, whatever. But I'm going to try and do like at least 4 to 5 different places on island before I take my summer tour to Japan. Okay. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the spring tour. I hope you guys understood where I was coming from when I did all of these different reviews, and understand that it was based on my preference, comparing it to home cooking. Please stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy yourselves. It's summertime. Don't get into trouble, and stay tuned for more videos. Until next time, aloha.